Hey everyone, and today on Invested We Are, I'd like to bring the discussion to why you should be trading and, to be honest, the benefits that you're missing out on if you're not. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification button for future uploads. And let's dive right into it and find out what are you missing out on right now. Now, I'd like to start off, when it comes to trading, there's so many obvious benefits that we all know. The health benefits, the confidence in what you're wearing, confidence in, yes, people's opinion towards you. But I'd like to steer it more towards a more important factor, quite overlooked, and that is the schedule and stability. Now, for me training at the start of quarantine, actually, I'd say just around the start of New Year's, I wanted to change and improve, and obviously for a lot of us, when quarantine started, it killed a lot of the motivation that we had to move towards any goals that we were planning. But at that time, I already started my schedule, I had it kind of planned out, and I told myself that I needed to follow it, that I needed to go through it. That gave me a nice point of reference every day, because it helped to cut out that I don't know what I should be doing from my days. A lot of us go through our days with no real plan and no real schedule. Having a point of reference in your schedule, in your day at any point in time, and I say training schedule, can really help to give you that point of reference. Another benefit that I got from having the schedule and point of reference is that training, straight up, helped to break me out of my laziness. And I mean like serious laziness. Because other than training, I felt the need to do nothing else. But as time went on and I continued to do it and I continued to improve, it's very hard to begin to excel in one part of your life and leave the rest of your life average. So the days went from just training, eat, sleep, train to I feel that I can do more and I need to do more. Because I'm doing so much here, what else can I do for myself? Training helps to break laziness. And if you're suffering from chronic laziness right now, you should try. Now with that, in helping to break laziness, you actually need to have some type of goal set up, obviously. And this is another thing about training. It helps you to make realistic goals. And goals that you can reach at the start are very important because they're like a checkpoint. Every time you reach one, it motivates you to go further. For me, I really wanted to change how I looked and who I was by my birthday. So that was about 6 months in June. And I started in January. In that time, I lost about 50 pounds. Why? Because over time with my training, I started to build up consistency. Consistency builds up discipline. And that's another thing you lose out on if you're not training. Because one of the fastest ways, like straight up a shortcut to building up discipline is to train. Day in and day out, when you set up your mind to this reference point of, I need to train and I need to do it. I don't want to do it, but I need to do it. You start to build up a good habit. And when this habit is indoctrinated into you, it doesn't just work for training. It flows into the rest of your life. I need to do this and I need to get it done every day. So maybe you're trying to get better at work, you're trying to study better. It seeps into the rest of your life because if you're trying to improve yourself and not be mediocre, you're trying to lose weight and look better, you're trying to not be mediocre, you won't be able to accept the mediocrity in the rest of your life. If that makes sense, right? The thing I like about training and exercise is that the results are very visual and they don't lie. You can lie to yourself that you're putting in this much time studying. You can lie to yourself that you're doing this much work. But when it comes to training, there's no lying. Every day that you wake up, you see what you've been doing. In a month, you can see the progress that you've made. In 2 months, people will tell you the progress that you've been making. There's no escape from it. And when you have, once again, this reference point, it builds upon your consistency, it builds upon your discipline. And if you want to get anywhere in life, consistency and discipline are number ones. Now I said that the discussion was about why you should be exercising and the benefits of it. And I'm not done giving you those benefits. The thing about training, especially when you start building up your consistency, is that it makes your mind comfortable with discomfort. You make your mind build this habit towards being in uncomfortable situations. Because it's one thing to easily be able to do 5 push-ups and struggle to do 10 and then work your way up to 10. You're working your way through discomfort. You're working your way through progress. And all of this translates once again to different parts of your life. Because no part of your life is going to be easy. There's always a part where you will go through discomfort and your mind is now getting trained. This is one of the biggest benefits. It's like a shortcut to training your mind. Physical training, exercise, trains your mind to be ready for discomfort. And I will tell you, like, after 6-7 months of consistent training, and I mean I have never missed a day of training on my schedule, I accept a lot of discomfort that comes my way now for anything that I'm trying to progress to or improve myself on. Now, one of my role models when it comes to hardening your mind for constant discomfort, especially for physical training, because it gets you ready for the obstacles that life has to throw at you. It prepares you to move forward towards your goals. And obviously, physical training is the fastest way to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Going off topic, my role model in this is David Goggins.
I'm a big believer in doing things that make you uncomfortable.
Ultramarathon runner, Navy SEAL, like, he's as real as they come. And in his book, Can't Hurt Me, let me show it to you. In his book, Can't Hurt Me, he talks about his life and he talks about how callousing your mind makes you a stronger person. And that putting yourself in constant discomfort is one of the true ways to find yourself and push yourself past your limit and to get to any goal that you're trying to get to. I recommend buying, I recommend reading. You can also check my link in the description below. It's to Audible to get your free trial and you should pick it up. Like I advised at the end of the video, going to check out this book. Maybe you buy the hardcover, you check it on my Audible link. But honestly, I cannot recommend this enough. I've read it a few times and I still follow it to this day. Moving on with David Goggins in mind. He preaches that callousing your mind and putting yourself in constant discomfort is the best way to continue moving forward in life. And I 100% agree with him. As I said, from January to June, July, I lost about 50 pounds and I completely changed my appearance and my mindset. And this is one of the other benefits I wanted to talk about. The thing is, when I started losing weight and making that consistency, building up my discipline, it opened up doors in my mind that I didn't even realize was open for me yet. When I started to handle things more like how I treated training, because the way I broke down my training was that I started over. I needed to learn about cooking, I needed to learn about my body, I needed to learn about training. I completely started over personally. And when I started over and I started moving forward, step by step by step, I started making progress. When I started taking each step, piece at a time, I started making progress. So I directed that kind of thinking to other parts of my life, to other things that I wanted to accomplish. And when I broke them down the exact same way, piece by piece, learn it piece by piece, and just accept that I know nothing, so I'm willing to learn everything. And this kind of mentality isn't something you just snap, I'm going to start doing it. No. It's the type of mentality that you can build up through exercise, through training. So just imagine if I was able to make so much progress on my physical and mental, looking for my own resources, how much simpler it will be for you if you have someone to follow, like this channel right here. Someone who will share the experiences with you and help you to understand what the path looks like if you're taking it. And to go even further, how much simpler it would be if you had a community behind you. This is why I'm going to make a Facebook group so we can create that community for ourselves, so that we can help pull each other up. You can post about the training plan that you're doing, the weight loss goals that you have, the overall goals that you have, the meals that you're taking, anything that you don't understand. Because I want to create a community where people are willing to help each other stay accountable for their goals and press forward when investing in themselves. Because if you improve that fitness, you improve your mind. Alright, so now that the discussion is done, I'd like you guys to bounce on the comment section below and tell me, did you enjoy the discussion today? And also, do you plan to join that Facebook group? If you enjoyed the video and found any of this beneficial to you, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for future notifications, and share this with anybody who wants to join this Invested We Are community. Also, I'm thinking about increasing the video volume to about 2 a week, so watch out for that. This was Invested We Are because we are invested in ourselves. And I'll be waiting to see you guys join in that Invested We Are community. Be seeing you guys soon.